Can you see it? Yeah, cool,
Yeah,
great.
excellent.
Do you remember you have to...
End this stream. Got
Oh,
it.
see, you're already live.
Live, yeah.
No. Okay, right. 1 second. You've done that wrong. So hi everyone, very good morning, good afternoon and good evening for all those who are watching this video. This is Sinoshiv Kumar from Educate to Trade. Today's live we are focusing on unemployment claim, live trade on gold if possible. If we get any good opportunities, we will be also recapping with respect to what we did yesterday. If you have any questions, queries with respect to E2T prop, and we'll be doing a 10K the global employment plan on E2T prop. And if any good opportunity when it comes to prop account, we'll be looking for, let's say, momentum and intraday positions. If we get any good opportunities, we'll be happy to enter. Most of the positions will be entering as a scalping trades as of now, and then if we get the momentum, we'll be able to ride it. Yesterday we did a good scalping strategy. Hope you liked it. Hope you guys are able to clear my voice very clear. Can I have your comments please, so that we can start off with the live session. I think I'm able to share three things. The first one is on the screen, the gold futures charts you are able to see. Where is the promo code? You want a promo code? Okay, right away I'll give you the promo code. You can start off with Insta15 on the promo code. While at the checkout, you can use the Insta15 promo code in order to get voices clear. Okay, thank you so much, Saurabh. What account you are trying to start off with, Saurabh? Are you able to see the same screen as on the gold futures chart, as well as you might be able to see the positions which we did today on my mobile as well? If everything is okay, then I can clearly focus on the value areas with respect to gold on futures. Yeah, all right, that's it. So we are just setting it up. Until we automate it, this might be a kind check. Promo code is invalid. Are you asking about the registration code, Sarah? If you are asking about the registration code, then click on the link in description which I posted, or I'll just post the comment. You don't have to use any promo code for the registration. So this is the trade so far. So what we can see, this is the monthly value area. At the same time, this is the sessions value area. We haven't seen any seller's trap, even though a delta divergence we could see, and right after that we could see a good push towards upside. And in another 15 minutes the unemployment claim numbers will be coming. If you have seen the previous trade which we did, what I'm looking at the moment, if the market is able to push beyond this level, anyhow there'll be another 15 minutes push. Another, those who want to give it a try on a $3 risk and a $9 profit can give it a try, because next 15 minutes when it coming back to this level, we can do a scalping trade. If I go back to 5 minutes and 1 minute, yeah, this imbalance when it is getting hit, I'm talking about 3347 with respect to futures. So if there is any delay, so you can quickly look at this structure got broke, and we didn't have any kind of displacement here. It has created an imbalance in between, but this is potential to push towards from 3346 to 3353 with respect to futures chart. So what that could be on the CFDs. Okay, with respect to CFDs, 3333 triple 3333910 is the value which I'm looking for. If we get an opportunity, we can enter there and keep a stop loss right below that zone, which is a $3 risk and a $9 profit. From 3.3 to 4.1 is what I'm expecting the push on the new 7. If that happens, let's enter into that particular trade. So you might be able to see, this is the value which I'm looking for, entering long. So basically this is a counter trend with respect to current trend. For 15 minutes, if this is valid, then we can take up that entry. So this is the zone I'm looking to enter, but at the same time we have a new 7 coming up, so it has to be very quick. It has to be very quick and enough to move. Even if we are wrong, then we have to exit that position very quickly, because we are into a engulfing candle on a 4-hour time frame. If you go back and check 4-hour time frame, we are into this engulfing, which is, if in the next 30 minutes, if the candle is closing below 3329, then we could see a massive sell-off with respect to this particular view. Let me just sorry. It can initiate. This trade was started from here, this the stop loss, and this is the 50% of the entire structure, which is 3289. We can see a 3289 within the next 1 hour, if the market is failing to take support from this value area. Okay, so initially I'm seeing a push towards upside somewhere close to 3353 on the futures, and if we get a push towards upside 3353, or even this is the value which I'm looking into. So this particular zone, if the market is able to push beyond the zone, okay, all right. Now the POC is been changing. That's a good indication that market might not even give that retracement towards this imbalances. If we get this zone, this is a low risk entry, low risk probability. If we get even here, there's a low risk probability to go short and keep a stop loss right above this value area. So that's what my plan for the news event. Any comments, any questions, please do let me know. Okay, Saurabh, there is no registration code is required. You can ignore that, and you might have already registered with us in the platform. That's the reason you are not able to register.
Until the bottom of the hour, where we get the US data, and there's a lot of it. We get the third read, final read of first quarter GDP. Looking for minus 0.2 to be confirmed at minus 0.2. Personal consumption 1.2. GDP price index 3.7. And the core PCE price index 3.4. All those figures looking to be unrevised. Along with that, the durable goods orders made preliminary looking for 8.5 on a prior minus 6.3. Ex-transport 0 on a prior 0.2. Capital goods orders non-defense ex-air 0.1 on a prior minus 1.5. Ship non-defense ex-air minus 0.1 to be unchanged from the prior. Along with that, we get the advanced goods trade balance for May, looking for a deficit of $86.1 billion on a prior revised deficit of $87 billion. With the
please check with your email ID. I'm just listening to the news event. So basically the final GDP quarter on quarter is going to release at the same time the unemployment claims. So on the charts you can see that a lot of people are buying, but the value area or the POC is getting shift. You can see this POC was holding near to 3353 right a few minutes back. If you go back to the live, you might be able to see the same thing. Let me just check.
Russia says there's no progress so far.
So it was around 3354 and the POC got shifted towards 3348. People are able to think that okay, we are in the short. Now on the lower time frame, if we even drill down to 1 minute and 5 minutes, if we are able to identify a buyer's trap above this is the zone which I'm looking at. If we get in a buyer's trap here, then I'll be happy to go short and keep a stop loss right above this value area. And these zones, you can see that these are all the sell orders which is lying already. But let me just quickly look into the price action with respect to any of these. The naked price action, let me just quickly have a look. Okay, so the breaker block is something like provided by an FVG imbalance. We can see the value on the CFDs is looking at 3339 to 3342. If that's zone, that's what we were discussing with respect to futures. If we are able to identify a buyer's trap here, yeah, it's kind of forming. You can see the POC is a lot of buyers are there, even though sellers are less. The buyers are getting trapped. Let's just wait for the candle to close. We have another 7 more minutes. If we get an opportunity before even a 1 to 2 minutes, we might enter into a trade. So let's keep that value with an E2T prop, because I think this is a high quality setup which we might get, which is 3339 followed by 33.
According to a recent Reuters poll, Canadian home prices are
3342. Let's go back and place an order within gold.
The prior poll in March saw an increase of
yeah, I'm going to short this and initiating an advanced position. My entry would be not market order, it's a pending order. 3341. Come on, excuse me guys. 3341. all right, I'm not going to hold this beyond 3344. We might get stopped out, but this is the tight stop which I want to keep it. Even let's see if we can keep 49 to 52, and my take profit will be 3289. So for a risk of $8, if we are going with 0.01, I'm targeting a $52 target. So let's go back and change our quantity now. I'm going to risk $40 on this particular trade to get a $260. We can achieve only $200 per day, so I don't want to risk 0.5. I don't want to risk $40. I'll go with minimum risk $32 and a $200 target. Okay, on a 10k live account, I'm initiating this position, opening this trade. Let me see if it is, yeah, it's the funded account, which is the 10k account. If you go back and check the dashboard, what is our status? Yeah, we are roughly around $296 up, which is around 3% on a 10k. We need another $700 in order to request for the payout, right?
The Kremlin reports
so 32.
not discuss threats to Europe.
Yeah, okay, so let's check this one later. Let's see whether we are going to get hit by a stop loss or target, but at the same time, let us go back and check if we can place an order within the news event. Yeah, so after waiting for some more time on a 5 minutes chart, we have seen that okay, buyers are getting trapped. Even lot of buyers are coming here. Now look at this value. Lot of people are entering because they think that market is going to push towards upside. We have got entry now. Let's go back and see if these buyers are getting trapped, then we might be able to get a good entry within that. I'm initiating my first position. Let's go back and see on 1 minute time frame. Now it's trade management, right? Whether are we going to risk on, risk off, or increase the size or decrease the size. This is the zone right above the value area. Entered one more lot. So this is basically, I use the fixed fraction position sizing until and unless we go wrong. So 49 is the actual stop loss we have, right, for this particular trade, and it has taken out this liquidity. Even if you can see, let me go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, on the 1 minute above the value area, we can see that even the sellers are less, but at the same time, the candle is about to close bearish. Yeah, it's a delta divergence. We can see that, even the positive delta, we can see that this candle has closed. Now we need to see the next candle. Yes, our trade got placed. You can see that our USD XAUUSD trade got placed in the 10K as well. It just have to be in the same time and the same zone. Now I'll be happy to enter more positions into my trade if these buyers are getting trapped.
Initial jobless claims 243,000, continuing claims 1.95 million, advanced good trades balance deficit of 86.1 billion, exports month on month prior was 3.5, imports prior minus 19.9, wholesale inventories looking for 0.2 on a prior 0.2, retail inventories minus 0.1 to be unchanged on the prior, and the Chicago Fed National Activity Index for May looking for minus 0.13, and the Canadian payrolls employment change prior was minus 54.1. 1 minute, or just less than now, until the top of the hour when we get that raft of data.
I think you guys are able to screen visible now. I've just did a quick change, placed some of the orders. The gold is selling according to the OB and FEG. Target for the gold is about 3321 or 3325 for the current selling price according to the 1 hour chart. Maybe if I'm wrong, I'll be exiting this position because we have seen a good POC shift. 10 seconds for the news. Let's go back and see. Yes,
minus 0.5 for the GDP revision.
Look,
you've got the advanced goods trade balance
minus 0.5 is the GDP revision, and we can see that there are a lot of sellers are coming into the market. Look at that move, but it's not yet convinced with respect to short sellers.
Durable goods orders 16.4%.
Yeah, this is below this.
Durable goods orders, ex-transport 0.5,
adding
capital goods orders 1.7, shipping on defence ex-air 0.5. For the rest of the GDP report, personal consumption 0.5.
Look at that
price
movement.
Index 3.8.
So 3338, 47 level to already we are up by a 5 grand on this account. I'm adding to this position to my winners. Look at that beautiful trade which we have taken, and on 1 minute I'm holding on to this particular trade and see if the trade moves in our favor beyond this level, beyond this particular area. That's the only thing which I'm looking forward. It should not break below the sell side imbalance which is created.
And the payroll employment change for Canada minus 6.2 thousand.
Okay, all right. So we got a good example where how the buyers are getting trapped. We just need to see if this is able to sustain with respect to this value. So we don't want now the price to go beyond 3353. And then so that we can hold on to this position. So I have entered my third set of lots as well. When I'm right, I'm adding to my winners. So let's see if I'm able to keep with a break-even trade. Now this trade I don't want to lose more than what we have plan to lose. Now this is in our direction. I don't want to get this particular trade a winner into a loser, so I'm just trailing this trade to cost. Even we can say that, okay, I have updated this to cost.
The GDP figures for the third read,
for other stuff, just
with its revision. Personal consumption 0.5, expecting 1.2. Price index 3.8, expecting 3.7. PCE price index 3.5, expecting 3.4. The advanced goods trade balance was a deficit of 96.6 billion, expecting a deficit of 86.1 billion.
You guys
of minus 5.2 on a prior increase
have
3.5,
got something
on a prior
on the slide. Let me just refresh if I have any questions or clarifications.
At minus 0.3, expecting positive 0.2, and the retail inventories 0.3, expecting minus 0.1. Payrolls employment change in Canada minus 6.2 thousand on a prior.
What an absolute trap, isn't it? So most of the people were looking for long, and we got into a position live trade, and I'll be holding this up to this level. Let me go back and see if the market is able to, take out this level, this imbalance, manipulating within this level, or as I said, this could be a great runner if the market is closing below on a 4-hour time frame, below 3331. If the market is able to close this particular candle, which is around, we have another 27 minutes. In that 27 minutes, if the market is closing below 3331 on 4-hour closing, I think we can hold up to 3289. That would be my target. But if the market is able to sustain above this 3353, then this trade is going to be a cost to cost, because we are in a profit at the moment. We have to make sure that this particular trade is not going into a loser. We have added our stop loss as well. What is the worst thing happened to this? We have seen a fit in our screen, but it might end up see that a 10k is running, but look at the shift. POC shift is happening. People are selling off all. They understood that they have got into the trap. Now unwinding is happening, long unwinding is happening. Now just a quick retracement towards this buyer's trap, or towards this 3348 could happen, but that's fine. 16 grand is running, and we have set this target to 328. This would be one of the biggest trade of this quarter particularly. Maybe this is we are going to end this quarter as well. So 26th week on the 26th day of June, this is something similar, something special. Let's see if this is heading towards what's the price, 3288. I'll be holding this position till 2 o'clock and see if the market is able to sustain this level. If the market is able to sustain, then we might have to book some profits and let it run. But I have a good conviction with respect to this particular trade, which I've posted in the group as well on our community. So let's go back and check what is happening with respect to our E2T prop account. Yeah, $39. We have risked $40, I guess, isn't it? So I'm going to keep the stop loss now to 3344. I don't want to lose more than 3344 now. So the risk is $12 risk and a $200 target. I'm updating this particular trade as well. Yeah, 3333. Price is at 3333, and it's a 17k and a runner. That's an absolute trade, I would say. I think it is. So if sometimes what I do, I book some profits here and then try to enter another trade, but this time I'm letting it run. because look at that sellers, 400 sellers, 400 is the delta, sorry, 400 another more delta, and we might see a trap of sellers to exit this position. I'll wait for a 5 minutes closure. If I see either a delta divergence or a buyer's or a seller's trap, then I'll exit the position. Until and unless, let this trade run. Okay, we could see that sellers are getting trapped, but this is a third minute of the candle. Usually what happens, the manipulations happens within the third minute, and the fifth minute, if you see, this would be a complete bearish candle. So that's the kind of formation it happens usually. But let's see, this is the New York opening, New York AM opening for with respect to sessions as well. So now we have delta around 530, holding on to this sell side until unless I see either delta divergence or a seller's trap. This could be a retest to this level, but we are at fourth minute of this candle. Let me go back to 1 minute and see. Okay, see, look at this particular candle, and this sell side imbalance within this area have got tapped, which is 3336. I'm holding on to this particular trade. I'm expecting next two candles to engulf beyond 3330. We have got POC retest as well. For people who are looking for entering into this position, I'm entering one more lot, because adding on to the winners when I feel I'm trying to book the profit. That's the one habit which I'm inculcating right now. What is the worst thing can happen? The profits we have seen on the screen might not realize. That's the worst thing, right? We could not lose on this trade, so holding on to this particular trade for the fifth minute. Yes, I've said this imbalance have got tapped, and then a retracement towards that sell side. As I said earlier, this is not a seller's trap. Yeah, on a fifth minute, usually the candle ending is the closure of or the climax, right? So the third candle pushing down, as it took any liquidity? Yes, it has took some liquidity. If the next candle push towards upside, then I'll be closing this position. All right, so the next very 1 minute candle, if it is pushing towards upside, then I'll exit all of my positions. If it is running towards 3330, then I'll be holding on to those positions. Let's wait for the closure of this particular candle, and accordingly we can we can see. Let us go back and check what is the delta on this particular candle. We have many buyers, many sellers. Yeah, sellers got trapped, and we can see it's a indecision candle, I would say. So even most of the traders would be in both the ways. Yeah, that candle closure is an amazing sell side. Holding on to that particular position, we could see sharp sell-offs. Let me go back and check in 15 minutes what is happening with respect to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, all right, we have seen two good sell-off candles. Is there any imbalance to be tapped? Okay, this one, this particular zone, right? All right, the very next candle is pushing beyond this level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trial my SLs to this high. So a small profit or a big win. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let me keep in a stop losses.
Defense Secretary Hicks said, when asked about Iran comments and reaction to strikes, says Iran will have to say a lot of things to bolster their image.
Let me come back to any questions or comments you guys have for me. This is the same screen as visible on the live as well. I'm not sure. Any questions, any doubts? Please do let me know.
Goolsby says the data shows job market pretty stable and steady.
Out of 5 minutes, yes, right after this delta divergence, a push we can see, but this is my stop area. If it is going beyond 3348 on futures, if any candle closes beyond this level, I'll be exiting from this position. Let's see how this is going to turn out. And let me just quickly do a 15 minutes multi. Jokes aside, best of luck. Bye. Thanks, Traders Hub. So, you can see the running PNL on the screen, but at the same time, if you like, comment the way we trade, or if it is helpful in any way in terms of your trading, please do let us know in the comment section. Those who have already seen the E2T prop and those who want to give it a sign off, click on the link in description. I'll be updating what happened with respect to this particular positions in the community. Yeah, so that's it from my end, and wish you nothing less than success ahead if in your trading arena. And if you have learned something, please do share it with your friends and traders community to join our live session. The day we meet the 100 live viewers, then we can extend this live session, because this is just a taster. Once we get more of people are watching and most of the people are getting value from it, another buyer's trap, if that is happening with respect to this particular zone, this is what I was looking at. All right, so the last entry, if it is going wrong, which is 3335, if the market is able to sustain 3336, then we will be exiting this position. That's the way we are looking at this particular position. And all the very best, and see you soon tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Russell.
Larkin also says